we get to see 100? If so, what does that mean for our retirement fund? Today's Your Dime sponsor, it's Rooted Wealth Advisors Duke Smith, back with us. Welcome back.
Thank you, Heather. It's good to be back.
Okay, so have you had a birthday anytime soon?
Recently, I was back in October, so no birthdays recently for me.
Well, it sounds like more people, though, are seeing more birthdays.
Yeah, people are living a lot longer these days, and it's really affecting our retirement, our savings, and really how long our money's going to last.
Okay, so if we want to make our money last as long as we do, we probably ought to have a good plan in place.
Yeah, the first step to anything is really making sure that we've got that plan in place. It's really the old saying, we can't hit the target that we can't see. So we really do have to realize, this is what we want out of our retirement. These are the things that we've got to get there, and then start to build our plan that says, okay, this is how we're going to get to this end goal to make sure we don't outlive our money. We really have to put together an income plan that says, okay, I've got Social Security. Maybe I work for the university, or my spouse does. They've got a pension or something like that. We've got 401ks, 403bs. Maybe we've got rental properties or farm ground, or all these different savings pieces that we could have. And we got to figure out how all these are going to work together to provide us income for the rest of our life, and really look at it potentially providing it for a lot longer than we ever needed to previously.
Yeah, so a lot of things we need to consider. We hit on the life expectancy, people living longer. So obviously longer lives equal additional years to cover, like you just mentioned. Let's talk a little bit, though, about health care, because just because we're living longer may not mean we're living healthier lives.
Yeah, one of the biggest things for anybody that's retiring is, you're going to have to take care of yourself. Because if we are living into our 80s, maybe those last few years, even though they're longer, may not be the best years. So we've got to plan for those increased health care expenses. Health care is really the reason we are living longer and longer. So we are going to have to plan for those expenses. And, it's going to be one of our biggest costs in retirement is going to be health care.
And additionally, maybe long-term care.
Yeah. Not everybody's going to need it, but there is a very good chance that out of a married couple, one spouse or the other is going to need it. A lot of times, potentially both of them need it. And that is one of the things that we see can eat through somebody's retirement faster than anything else. When we think about the cost of long-term care, it can be anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 a month. And that's actually increasing at a much faster rate than regular inflation is. So it's something that when we're building that written income plan, we have to plan for the potential need of long-term care.
You may also need to plan for taking care of a loved one, a parent maybe, who doesn't have the resources for the long-term care. Maybe that's now a burden on you.
Yeah, that's something that we're seeing a lot of today, as well as long-term care gets more expensive. There's more and more people trying to stay at home as long as they possibly can. Maybe they're not to the point where they need skilled care yet. So maybe there's a family member or relative that steps in to try to take care of them. I know I see it on a personal basis. My mom actually takes care of my 89-year-old grandmother today, not on a daily basis, but she does go up there to help her out quite a bit. She's still physically in great shape, but there's always things that need to be helped out with. So it's something that we're going to have to plan for in our own retirement when we think about maybe not being able to have a two-income household because we're having to go take care of that parent or loved one.
Yeah, well, bless your mom's heart for taking care of your grandma. That's a very special job. So if we're going to make our money last, as long as we do, what's the number one thing we should probably be doing?
Well, the first thing to do is make sure you've got an income plan, and to start stepping through some of these concerns that you should address in that income plan. We've put together this little guide that anybody watching today can go out and get by going to willyourmoneylast.com.
All right, that's a good place to start to make sure you last as long as your money does. Duke, we appreciate you sharing those tips today.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. And there's a look at the Rooted Wealth Advisors website. Again, it is willyourmoneylast.com, and we'll connect you at CILiving.tv.